When they closed the zoo, my daddy brought home a gorilla. He was big. But he was friendly and very helpful. I liked him. And he liked me. My daddy said that he could stay with us for a little while. He was my friend. He came to my birthday party. 你有没有去过一个生日 party， 然后那边有星星。He stayed through the fall. Then one day some people came. They said my gorilla used to live in Africa and he would be happy there. They said they'd come back another day to take him home. It was a snowy day when my gorilla left. One day a letter came from Africa, and it was a photograph of my gorilla. He looked happy, and I felt happy too. I still remember him. And that's the end. 你有没有些老朋友现在你看不到，可是你都会记得？
佩阿姨。
哎，还有呢？
阿嬷。阿公。小薇阿姨。
小朋友呢？
小朋友。
像这一天在威灵顿跟谁玩？
哈伦。
在威灵顿。
Miss Helen。
哦。
Miss Helen。
那边的小朋友你有跟谁玩？Christopher.
No, actually I didn't really play Christopher, but actually Kate 你记得吗？Kate 跟很想先去尿尿。
赶快去啊！赶快去啊！
哦！
今天念这个吗？
要。打铃这个还是要了，还是要拔掉？
那个不是，因为那个是图书馆的书。OK。Right。不能拔掉，不可以拔掉。
为什么呢？
图书馆需要的啊。
打铃，那为什么这个不行拔掉？图书馆为什么？
因为这个是barcode，但是图书馆就知道这个是什么书啊。OK。来。What is it like that? Just you and me. When Mother and Heather wanted to have some time together, Auntie Pearl agreed to watch the baby. But it has to be asleep before you go, she said firmly. We can go at nap time, said Mother. But at night time the baby cried and cried. They hugged it and kissed it, but the baby would not fall asleep. Maybe a walk would help us, said Heather. So off they went, bump, 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 down the front stairs and into the busy outside. Then they rolled along the sidewalk until they came to the river. What's wrong? Asked the river. The baby will not fall asleep.
The river will讲话，你看。
The baby will not fall asleep, said Heather. You have to rock it to sleep, said the river. Here, let me show you how. The river picked them up and rocked them all the way down to the sea. But the baby did not fall asleep. The wind saw them floating on the ocean, waving a diaper in the air. What's wrong? Asked the river. The baby will not fall asleep, said Heather. It probably needs some fresh air, said the wind. Here, let me help you. The wind scooped them up and carried them into the clouds. They went zooming along till their eyeballs got dry and all they could hear was the whistling of the wind. They got lots and lots of fresh air. But the baby did not fall asleep. The wind blew them all out to the moon. What's wrong? Asked the moon. The baby will not fall asleep, said Heather. You have to tell it a story, said the moon.
Heather.
You have to tell it a story, said the moon. I know a wonderful story. Shall I tell you one? Please do, said Heather. So he did. It was in fact a wonderful... It was in fact a wonderful story, but the baby did not fall asleep. So the moon took them back to the earth. Birds came from all over town, came to see what was going on. What's wrong? Asked the birds. The baby will not fall asleep, said Heather. You have to see it asleep, said the birds. Let us show you how. The birds sang a perfectly beautiful lullaby. All the squirrels and bugs and worms and spiders and butterflies fell fast asleep. But the baby did not fall asleep. There you are. Mother and Heather and the baby rolled on and on and on till they met a cat who was selling garbage by the side of the road. What's wrong?
Dad, that was always sell garbage.
Good to die. The baby will not fall asleep, said Heather. It's probably hungry, said the cat. Here, try these yummy fish heads. He gave them to the baby and the baby stopped crying. It played with the yummy fish heads, but it did not eat them. And it did not fall asleep. I give up, said Mother, we might as well go home. They turned around and headed back past the birds, under the moon, into the wind, along the river, down the sidewalk, and very, very quietly up the front steps. Good heavens, cried Aunt Pearl, when they rolled in the door. What's that horrid smell? Fish head, said Heather. Shh, whispered Mother. She smiled and kissed the baby, who at last was fast asleep. Then Heather and Mother hurried backwards, out the door, down the front steps, and into the busy outside. Finally, said Heather. Just you and me. Mother nodded. Just me and you. And off they went together. Just Mother and Heather. And that's the end of the story. Now me and你要不要跟妹妹？
我已经是个妹妹。
那你要不要我们再生一个 baby 出来？
No, Daddy， 这里是有太多 baby 需要照顾了。你需要照顾3个，也有我跟妹妹。
那你觉得这样好不好？
不好，你需要做很多功课。就如果那个妹妹做很多，但你也需要帮她。你不觉得这样子有点不好吗？
那你跟这个会不会做很多 mess 呢？那我需要帮你们吗？还是你们会自己 pick up？
可是妹妹不会。
你要去睡了吗？去洗澡是不是？书放好不要拿去啊，因为那是图书馆的，不要搞掉。这样。
你为什么要那样呢？你要干嘛呢？
没有特别要干嘛？我们在念这个啊。
没有那个，你为什么要把那个 camera 弄那样？
当个记忆啊。
记忆是什么？
记得我也跟你念书的事情啊。今天是赚钱的喽。
忘记了。泡。看着。字。请。忘记了。
你要 trick 吗？ 你难道不会吗？
不会。
嗯哼。你好。
3红。等一下，我要做一个东西。哦，看一下。是这边。儿子。先没有洗。没有忘记了。
里面的里。